I'm almost at the New York Stock Exchange, but I took the PATH train to the World Trade Center station. And if you take a look here, something's missing. Anybody want to guess what's missing? And what's really strange about all this is George Bush just doubled the amount of Saudi student visas. Again. Imagine that. Here's a better look for you. Must be real proud of George Bush, eh? Okay, here I am at the New York Stock Exchange. I'm putting my sign together. As you can see, it's terrorist-free. And this is the one side of the sign. And the other side of the sign. So before I get started, I'm going to give the folks at the New York Stock Exchange their point of view. Don't panic. Spend, mortgage and charge. Don't buy silver and gold. Buy stock. Consume. And obey. Alright, now we have the sign all set up. If you look around, you see a lot of people taking photographs. A few of them take a photograph of my protest sign, but most of them are taking pictures of that, the New York Stock Exchange, to note the excruciating irony of the American flag. It's now after 4, and all of the free traders are all coming out. I want to make sure they all... Thank you. I want to make sure they all see my sign. Well, that's it for today. The stock exchange closes at 4:30. I should be in front of here 2-3 days a week, and hopefully this week I'll get in front of the ADL and the Catholic League, do those protests regularly as well. I'm back at the World Trade Center on my way to the New York Stock Exchange for a second protest. I wonder if the Bush bots on the right and the political correctors on the left have figured out what's wrong with this picture yet. No need to panic, as I'm here to help with your cognitive dissonance. Glad I could be of help. You see, there's no need for conspiracy theories. Reality is far, far stranger. Just a little background about me and why I'm here. I have, or had to be more correct, a small business. Being loyal to my country, I would never consider hiring illegal aliens over fellow Americans. Therefore, was underbid by traders, competitors who did hire illegals. Not to mention the fact of not only lower wages, but lower costs in insurance, withholding, and other costs of doing business, including the paying of cash and forcing the American taxpayer to subsidize their labor costs and social welfare benefits. A nice racket if you're a trader. In fact, I've seen firsthand Americans losing contracts as well as jobs, even for the same salary or price, to put in illegals, as the blatant racist owners preferred Spanish-speaking illegals over English-speaking Americans. But I digress. This institution before me and the residents remind me of a reptile house and a residence at the local zoo. Cold, calculated, amoral, ruthless, condescending, and more than willing to betray their country and destroy anything in their path to get what they want. This juxtaposition is not without merit. The models of outsourcing, insourcing, illegal immigration, slave labor, including children, among others, are clear and present empirical evidence. In addition, the enemy here uses the repugnant and cowardly tactic of pitting Americans of different hues against one another. As an American nationalist, I will focus my attention and encourage others to do as well on any organization that attempts to use this weapon against us. As a matter of fact, I will take that weapon and turn it against you. Now, in order to fight this tyranny, many on our side claim we must fight a gentleman's war. In other words, we should be polite and never to offend. Offend whom? Thieves, invaders, traitors, the enemy? Imagine, if you will, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, and the rest sending faxes and emails to King George, Sir So-and-so, and Lord whomever. The aristocracy are not going to give our country back by asking. It's not only your right, but your duty as an American to stand for your country and demand Americans come first. Anywhere beyond the cursed keyboard. In the street, at the government office, your church, the mall, your workplace, stop supporting the aristocrats economically. Buy only local, from Americans, and those that hire Americans, and only what you need. Sooner or later, you will be forced, by default, to take action. And this time, there will not be Americans lined up politely, waiting for food, as in the 1930s. Extrapolate the coming nightmare at your leisure. Now I'll return to my protest at the New York Stock Exchange, and my message to them is simple. I'm not asking. Well, that's it for this protest. I usually try to be here at least between 4 and 4:30 when they leave. I'll be here next week and the following week and the week after, 2, 3, maybe more days a week. And next week, while I'm in the city, I also will be making regular protests at both the ADL and the Catholic League.